Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Rav'n Moon's Astro Forecast. Today is Friday, March 24th. I've been at this thing for a whole week. How exciting. Today there aren't any major planetary shifts, but one thing happened earlier this week that I didn't mention, which was Mercury slipping into retrograde. Mercury is currently in Aries, and before we go into the retrograde cycle, I'd just like to talk a little bit about Mercury. Mercury is our thought process, it's kind of our thoughts being represented in astrology. So things that fall under that is our learning process, our thinking process, communication, how we send and receive information. While Mercury is in Aries, you can expect a faster pace. It might make us a little more quick-witted, might make us faster with decision making. Watch out for impulsivity. That is one of the negative traits of Aries, is sometimes acting before thinking. So let's always be sure to be thoughtful during this time. Now, I personally feel like Mercury gets blamed for a lot. I think we all love to be right, and the reason why I think Mercury retrograde has caught on so much is 9 times out of 10, if you say, geez, I sent that email and it didn't go through, Mercury must be in retrograde. Well, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be right, because Mercury is in retrograde a whole lot. Now, that doesn't mean that the planet is moving backwards. Again, we look at things from the Earth versus the sun, but we know logically that the planets are moving around the sun. So if Mercury is going like this, while we're going like this, it's a slower movement for the Earth versus Mercury. We don't say, oh, Mercury just moved ahead of us. We stop the aspect, and then it kind of goes behind versus where it is, and it's confusing, but it's not that it's gone backwards, it's just appearing backwards to us because we're slower moving. There's plenty of articles and things like that can explain it a little more scientifically than I can, but I personally find that retrogrades aren't a time of doom and gloom or, oh, these things aren't going to work. I find it to be more of a time that we can really harness and dig into the energy of the sign that it's transiting. I also find that it's not only a good time to review, but just to tie up loose ends and things like that. So as much as you shouldn't travel on a Mercury retrograde, or you shouldn't try to do business negotiations, I find that you can't just let the stars dictate your life. At the end of the day, if you have that amazing trip planned, go for it. It might be amazing. Again, just try to think of the energy that's being conveyed and maybe use that. So before I go, because I'm not going to do weekend episodes, this will be like my Friday wrap-up, one other thing that's going to happen this weekend, tomorrow, will be Mars moving into Cancer. Mars has been in Gemini for several months because Mars retrograded, and I think Mars is much happier in Gemini. I know it was for me because I'm a Mars and Gemini person, so I just have my Mars return. But Cancer, it's not exactly the best filling place for Mars. We'll definitely talk more about that on Monday and dive into Mars and all of its implications. For now, I just want to say thank you so much for viewing. To all of my friends that have given me feedback, liked my posts, liked the videos, and shared. You've just made my heart, just filled my heart with joy. So thank you so much. And let's go out there and harness the energy of our astral bodies. Have a great weekend, everyone. Thank you.